Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube, Iyun Benzion. Today we're analyzing Daf Pei Dalet in Kesubos number 84. The Mishnah ruled, the Mishnah didn't rule, the Mishnah mentioned the Shita Rav Shimon Gamliel that if someone says, a man who's getting married to a woman, he says, I don't want your payros, and I don't want even your Yerusha, even after you die, I don't want to be Yorishu. Now we learned V'yarasho is Midoraisa, according to most opinions. The husband inherits his wife. The Nichsa Malug, the Ksuba, we've talked about. The husband inherits his wife. So Shimon says, if you say I don't want to inherit my wife after death, it doesn't work. Usually Master Mashakas Torah. It's no batel. If you stipulate against what the Torah says the husband inherits her. So I don't want her to inherit me. You can't do that, right? And the Gemara really paskins. Rab paskins in the Gemara and Peigilam Beis. Halacha is like Shemli of Alav Mitaimeh, he says, and the Gemara explained on Pei Dalam and Aleph 84, today's daf, that Rav holds like Shemli, Al Masna Mashakazar Otno Batal. He held a different reason in our Mishnah. He held Rusha Baal's real the Rabbanan, Vasu Chizuk Livrayim, the Rabbanan. Over here, they strengthen their words. It's just like Mido Raisa, Tno Batal. Here, even though Yerusha only the Rabbanan, they also said Tno Batal by the Rabbanan. So it comes out, seemingly possible like Shemli, that you can't do it. It doesn't work. And similarly, the Gemara in Pei Dalam and Aleph brings a machlokes between Rav and Shmuel. How the top Itmar, the top one, Omer lechaver al menashe en lechal. Oh no, you make a business deal. The guy doesn't know how much the thing is worth. He's going to find out afterwards. He says, even if you find out it was worth more than 1/6 of the price of the going rate for this item, in which case you'd be entitled to ona to claim, to sue the person in court and to try to void the sale. You stipulate that you don't have any ability to void the sale. Rav says, Yesh alav alana. It doesn't work. You can't do that. He can still come and sue you. Shmuel says it works. We pass like Rav. Rav says it works. So, Master Mashakas like Rav says, no batel. However, we learn that Daf Mem Ches, Machlokas Remei and Rabbi Yehuda, famous Machlokas. Mekadesh Isha Amnashe En Alav She'aleh Sher Ksus Va'ona. You get engaged to a woman, and you say that I'm only getting engaged to you on tonight. I don't have to pay for midoraisa, your share, your food, your clothing, and your ona, right? The marital relations. I'm not obligated in these things. And Meir says no bata. You can't do that. Seemingly like a shengamliel. However, Rabbi Yehuda says davar shemamun to no kayin, right? So at least according to Sharon Ksus are davar shemamun. I've discussed maybe ona is also davar shemamun. Either way, these things are worth by monetary things. We pass them like Rabbi Yehuda to no kayin. So how did we resolve the fact that when it comes to Makadesh Isha Manash Eleh Sher Ktus Ba'ona, we pass to no kayin? It does work. Oh, here it doesn't work. These are also davar sheva mamon, right? Oh, no, it's davar sheva mamon. Yerusha is davar sheva mamon. These are monetary claims. Why over here doesn't it work? Right? It's void. Your tanai, your stipulation, your contingency is void. And there it does work. So the answer is that really it's in the word tanai. Tanai really is a contingency plan. Basically, right? When you get engaged to a woman, right, the primary thing is you want to be married to that woman. She wants to be married to you, and you want to be married to her. You're mekudeshes to her. She wants mekudeshes to you. So it's a side thing. The tanai is something on the side, right? It's something on the side. Now we mentioned Ramei and Rabbi Yehuda have a machlokas whether Tanai milsach risi or not. Yehuda holds Tanai is not milsach risi. It's integral to the deal. However, even though it's integral to the deal, the main deal is the kiddush and Sher Ksus Va'ona are part of the relationship. That's not the whole relationship. That's not the reason you made the deal. The reason you made the deal is you want to be married to the person. Okay, I don't want to have to pay. I don't have the money to pay for your food, to guarantee your food, your clothing, and your own. I'll probably provide those things, but I'm not guaranteeing it. So there, right? That's not the main part of the deal. So even though you're masna mashakasav Torah, the Torah says when you're mekadesh woman you have to provide sher ksus va'ona. Nonetheless, right? The deal has validity on its own merit, right? Because you want to mekadesh her for other reasons, not necessarily sher ksus va'ona. So therefore, right, to rearrange the dinim of the Torah is not such a big deal. However, over here, when it comes to ona or yerusha, over here all you're doing is you're making a business deal. Why are you making the business deal? You want to buy something at a fair price. I'm saying that's the deal. So when you say there's no ona, right? that's denying the whole part. When I buy something from somebody, right? The reason I pay him money for something is I want to give him. I feel this object is worth something to me, right? If we get ripped off totally, no one's gonna want to throw all their money away for some item, right? The guy charged you 100 times more than it's worth. You're not gonna want to pay that money. You feel they get ripped off. People feel they get ripped off. And same thing over here with Yerusha, right? The husband, one of the things, he marries a woman, and he's entitled to Yerusha. So you're uprooting the whole deal over here of Yerusha. It's not like you want something and then there's something contingent on getting married, right? Those are also part of it. That's not the reason you got married. The whole reason you got married, you want to get married. The Torah felt there are certain needs that the husband has to provide for his wife. If she wants to forgo those, she could forgo those. But that's not ruining the deal. Here you're ruining the deal. If they're saying there's no deal. No deal. If the price is not a fair price, it's not a deal. And if the marriage doesn't end up being a Yerusha, he doesn't inherit his wife, then he's not marrying the wife. When he marries the wife, he acquires Mamela or her possessions. We talked about it. He stipulates, I'm marrying you not to be your issue, so he doesn't own her property. So that's part of the Nisuin, right? Not talking about the Kedushin over here. Kedushin is you want to get married to the person. You want to have an attachment to that person. Nisuin over here is to make the kinyanim. You're being kona your wife, right? You're already mekadesh her. You're already mekadesh her a long time ago. Your nisuin is all for the monetary transactions that she now enters your rishus. And she enters my rishus, but I don't want to your rishus. I'm not entitled to her property. That's completely against what the Torah says. And Tanal Batel, even Rehuda's mode, Tanal Batel, by Davar Shemamon over here, because it doesn't make sense. It's going against the Torah is a rational document. The Torah makes sense, and people will think it's not a rational document. They don't understand the Torah, but it is a rational document, and you can understand by monetary claims. It makes a lot of sense. The rationality of the Torah. If you're doing a deal that's completely against, it's a business deal. It doesn't make any sense. That's void. However, when you're doing something for a different reason, kedushin, right? Nashim and Nezikin are two different sidarim. Not Nezikin. Here, when it comes to monetary claims, if you're making a monetary deal and you're saying the monetary laws don't apply, that's no deal. When you're doing something in Seder Nashim, you're Mekadesh a woman, and there happens to be the Mominus related to that, so you can, maybe according to Yehuda, you can rearrange those Tanayim, those details. However, here the whole purpose is the Mominus, so it has to be that Tanai is kept, otherwise the deal is meaningless according to the Torah. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.